Good evening, everybody. This is the advertised time and place for the Thursday, June 4th, 2026 Planning Board meeting. Please join the board for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. We're going to start out with public hearings. Number one is North Shore Sprinkler Supply with Matt Charters.
You do have the affidavit of posting and mailing, so I will read the public hearing notice into the record, and then we can turn it over to the applicant. Please take notice that a public hearing will be before the planning board of the town of Riverhead Town Hall, 4 West 2nd Street, Riverhead, New York, on Thursday, the 4th day of June, 2026 at 6 o'clock p.m. to consider the site plan application entitled North Shore Sprinkler Supply, which seeks approval to legalize as-built conditions which include the paving of gravel parking areas, as well as the installation of additional drainage structures and landscaping as required by the New York State as a result of a notice of violation issued on January 18th, 2023, within a 47,542 square foot parcel, which is currently improved with a 6,558 square foot single-story metal building, currently used as a wholesale irrigation supply business located within the Riverfront Corridor RFC zoning use district, situated at 1264 West Main Street, more particularly identified as Suffolk County Tax Map number 600-120-2-2. If the board sees on the screen, there's a copy of the site plan in front of you. That's actually the landscaping plan, which is a good thing. This, if the board recalls, this site was originally approved as a box warehouse distribution facility. After that business was no longer there, they changed uses to a wholesale irrigation supply company. They did this without the approval of the town, so they had to go to the zoning board for a change from one non-conforming use to another, which they have received from the zoning board. And then return to the original planting plan in its configuration, so it complies with DEC regulations. I do have the applicant here to say a few words or to answer any of the board's or the public's questions.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Does the applicant want to address the board?
Yes. Good evening. Jan Jochems with Independence Engineering, firm, engineer of record. Yes, exactly like Matt said. I've been here before. There was a violation. We made updates to the site, reduced the impervious on both east, west, and north side, and then on the south side, there was an additional, like the southwest side, there was an additional area that was paved that was not supposed to be paved per the original site plans. So that's proposed to be removed. As you can see on the landscaping plan, additional landscaping some of it per your direction too, is proposed to be planted again too. We are also, the site contains dry wells from the original design. One of the drainage areas was under design, so we're proposing to add one more drainage well to allow for the previously approved impervious as well. And besides that, I think, I don't know, we've talked about this before. I believe the plans are now in compliance with what you required us to put on the plans, what you want to see. So if you have any questions, I gladly answer that, and if by the end, hopefully we get approval.
We don't have any questions, but I will say they did a great job with the appearance of that place. The facade is really well done.
Okay, I'll tell them.
Okay.
And I agree. I've actually driven to the site, walked around with one of your managers, whatever, and you guys have done a good job. And,
I talked to Peter.
Yes, and I kind of wish that other businesses would follow, your lead and do a beautiful job there. You really did. Good job.
Okay, thank you. Would anybody from the audience like to speak on this matter? Do we have anybody on Zoom?
There is no one on Zoom.
Okay. Pleasure of the board.
Make a motion, we close the public hearing.
Excuse me? Hello?
Oh,
Yes, Jen.
I was provided with notice. And
You have to, this is a public hearing, you have to speak at the microphone. It picks you up, it picks you up.
I received,
We need your name and address, please.
my name is Ruth Pollock, Ruth M. Pollock, 1288 West Main Street, Riverhead, New York. I live near the building. I just walked in. I'm handicapped physically. I don't know anything about it because the letter that I was provided with didn't say. So if I miss something, how can I find out before you make a decision? It's only like, what, 7 minutes after? 6?
Okay, we started at 6. Basically, the job is done. You know, do you like what you see? Because they're done.
I'm sorry, sir, what is the job? And I don't mean to be impolite, I'm just
They,
trying to...
they had to improve their landscaping and drainage and some parking areas. But if you like the way it looks now, that's what it's gonna look like, because the work has already been completed.
So it's staying the same type of business?
Yes.
Nothing's going to change?
No.
And I only asked that because the letter doesn't say,
Okay,
and I did call the office too.
fair question.
All right. Anything else that is changing, just improving landscape
What you
and
see
lighting?
there is what is the finished product.
As a neighbor, are you happy with the appearance of the building and the grounds and everything?
Yeah, I actually met the first owner when it was a tanker storage center, I
Right,
believe,
right.
and he promised me that it would remain in a quiet, safe environment, which we all appreciate.
Sure.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Anybody else? Gentlemen?
Again, I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
I'll second it.
Moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro? Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right. Public hearing number 2, Marie Andrews, Minor Subdivision with Matt Charters.
Thank you.
Did receive affidavit of posting and mailing for this application as well, so I will read the public hearing notice into the record, and Mr. Charles Cuddy is here, who represents the application. Please take notice that a public hearing will be held before the planning board of the town of Riverhead, Riverhead Town Hall, 4 West 2nd Street, Riverhead, New York, on Thursday, the 4th day of June, 2026, at 6 o'clock p.m. to consider the minor subdivision application entitled Marie L. Andrews Revocable Living Trust, which proposes to formalize the subdivision of a 24.7909 acre project area known as Lot 2 of the minor subdivision of Herbert Brzezinski into 3 lots, where Lot 1 will contain 4 acres and is improved with existing greenhouses and accessory structures. Lot 2 will contain 18.7909 acres, which has had the development rights purchased by Suffolk County, and where Lot 3 is to contain 2.0 acres and is intended for a future single-family residence located within the Residence B80, RB80 zoning use district, situated at the east side of Hulse Landing Road, Hamlet of Wading River, more particularly identified as Suffolk County tax map numbers 600-58-2, 12.3, 12.4, and 12.5. If the board recalls, this is to memorialize a development rights sale. So what often happened in times in the past is development rights were purchased, but then they were never formally subdivided. So when an applicant would go to the health department to improve that property, the health department did not recognize the lots. This property also needs relief from the zoning board due to the location of a greenhouse and for impervious surface coverage, which they have attained. And I have Mr. Cuddy here if the board has any questions.
Thank you, Matt.
Yep.
Mr. Cuddy, you want to address the board?
Just very briefly.
Sure.
Charles Cuddy, 445 Griffin Avenue, Riverhead, New York. Basically, this is just a one-lot subdivision that is going to have a change in it because the only lot that's going to be worked on is a 2-acre lot that comes out on Hulse Landing Road, and it's for the Andrews family to have somebody have a house there. The rest of it, as Matt said and explained it, I don't want to say any more, but that's basically what it is.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Cuddy.
Thank you.
Anybody from the audience like to address the board?
Well, the lots are conforming 1 and 3, so I'll move that we close.
We're gonna see, hold on, George. Anybody from the public? Anybody on Zoom?
No one on Zoom.
Okay, now,
I move we close the public hearing for Marie L. Anderson Revocable Living Trust, minor subdivisions.
Second.
moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro? Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion carries.
Thank you.
All right, public hearing number 3, JPD Calverton for site plan with Matt.
Okay, with Once again, I do have the affidavits of posting and mailing for the subject application, and the public hearing notice reads as follows. Please take notice that a public hearing will be held before the planning board of the town of Riverhead at the Riverhead Town Hall, 4 West 2nd Street, Riverhead, New York, on Thursday, the 4th day of June, 2026, at 6 o'clock p.m. to consider the site plan application entitled JPD Calverton, which proposes the demolition of existing 5,616 square foot building, the retention of a 139,850 square foot multi-tenant warehouse building, and the construction of a 74,650 square foot multi-tenant warehouse building with related site improvements, including a 162,776 square foot concrete outdoor storage pad and a 30,000 square foot concrete outdoor storage pad, as well as parking, lighting, drainage, landscaping, and the reconfiguration of access to Middle Country Road on a 28.66 acre parcel within the Calverton Industrial CI zoning use district, situated at 4195 Middle Country Road, Calverton, more particularly identified as Suffolk County Tax Map Number 600-116-1-7.4. We have a little bit more history with this property. It's been through review for a little bit of time because it did get caught up in the town's industrial moratorium, was subject to a zone change when we did enact the Calverton Industrial Zoning Use District, for which this application does comply. We retained a traffic consultant prior to making a secret determination on this to make sure, there was no traffic impacts, which there have found not to be. So more of the same. I have the applicant's representative here to speak a little bit more about the project, and if the board has questions.
Thank you, Matt.
Good evening. For the record, Joseph F. Bazell. The firm is Bazell, Blanda, and Visconti, 535 Broad Hollow Road, Suite B4 in Melville. We are the attorneys for the applicant, JPD Calverton. The application tonight concerns approval of site plan modifications. The site is at 4195 Middle Country Road. It is zoned industrial CI. The lot is generally rectangular in shape, far more depth than width. It's coming in at 28.66 acres, which is about 15.6 times the 80,000 square foot requirement. At street, it's 393 feet, give or take, which is more than the 300 requirement. When you get down to 225 feet in, it widens to 449 feet in terms of width. The depth is 2,145 feet. It's a big number. It's about 0.4 of a mile. It's not vacant. It's improved with a one-story multi-tenant industrial building, which is on the east side, about 300 feet in from the street. The building, like the site, is rectangular, so the building matches the configurations of the property. The long end is depth, not width. There is no basement. It has about 8 units supporting a variety of industrial tenants. The rear portion of the site, give or take 7 acres, is undeveloped. There is a block wall that now separates the undeveloped portion from the developed portion. To the east, there is a solar farm which wraps around the property to the rear. To the west, there is a farm across 25A. There are farms in the vicinity. There is a Sunoco gas station, Tractor Supply, JR Steakhouse, Peconic Propane, and a handful of houses. What the application proposes is to develop a second one-story multi-tenant building, also no basement, on the south side of the property, generally in the rear of the existing building. So for a small portion, the buildings are opposite each other, but for most of the run, one is on one side and one is on the other. Together with 2 concrete storage pads, the small pad, about 3,000 square feet, is across from the existing building and would be used by that building predominantly for parking of trucks and equipment. There's a larger pad in the rear that is proposed. That is fenced in, and that would be used by tenants of the new building. There are currently 2 curb cuts on the site, one on the east, one on the west. The proposal is to consolidate them on the west side of the property. It's more efficient. It reduces blacktop and adds front yard landscaping, and it helps the county bus stop, which is right there, by making the area smoother and neater and less complicated. The entrance will run into a central access drive, which will pass between the buildings. It will provide access to all units and the storage areas. The units in the existing building and the units in the proposed building will have pedestrian doors and overhead doors which face the central access drive. There are also access drives to the rear of each building. The parking is designed to service the unit, so it's not one big lot. The parking is spread around the site as the units are. Parking required is 39 spaces. Parking provided is 58. All stalls will be 10 by 20. We're under the building coverage, well under it, 30% allowed, 17.2% proposed. At 30 feet, we're under the 35-foot height limit, where the landscaping is 31.3%, which is a little over the requirement. Most of the site will have more total side yard than required because the buildings are flat, are offset, and one is on the one side, one is on the other. They all meet the individual side yard. The rear yard requirement of 50 feet to the proposed building, it's 190. The drainage system uses a retention pond located in the rear of the existing building, which works with the property's grade. The grade drops as you move further towards the rear. The client has had good opportunities here in Riverhead, wants to continue them, and believes that this multi-tenant building fulfills a need. He gets a lot of calls from tenants, but until you have an approved site plan and you can give a tenant some sort of a move-in date, you're not going to be able to sign a lease. You know, he would love to have all the units rented before he starts construction, but the reality is there's just too many units. But you build this building at one go. He'd like to lock up enough tenants to fill at least 50% of the building, and then undertake the construction, and the rest would be easier to fill.
One question, the existing roadway and parking, is that going to be improved? I know the last time I was in there.
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Thank you. Last time I went in there, it was a little lumpy.
Now, though, the drawing that you have up there, the old existing building, I don't see the water tank or the silos in the back. Are they coming down?
Yes.
Okay. And there are companies that'll do that, and take the steel. Do you have any improvement? I mean, the buildings are fine if they could just be repaired and painted or something or other, just, because that building's been there since I've been in Riverhead. Yeah. And I think it's a great investment, great idea.
Also, you gonna do anything with the sign that's out on Route 25? As you go along there, Tractor Supply has a nice one, the Bean and Bagel, all the other shops, something that conforms a little bit.
We could put up a new sign.
Okay, that would be nice, and give it a little more curb appeal for, people passing by.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're not, this is an industrial site, you're not dealing with the general public.
Right.
On the other hand, an attractive sign does help the site, and it also is a little more attractive to tenants, because they like streetscape and street appeal for their employees and, their working environment.
Right, you're doing the bus stop and everything else there, so to dress that up a little bit would be great.
That would work, that's not a problem.
Perfect, thank you.
And I think the last meeting I asked about the fill that was in the back of the property. Are you going to use that or just? And
Yes.
also, you have an airfield in the back, on the back 7 acres, that remains?
An airfield?
It's a hobby type of thing.
Yeah, I was,
It might get altered. Not sure.
Did you come up? Then it's only open to the club, okay.
can I join the club? What did that Groucho Marx said? I would not want to be a member of any club that would accept me.
Remember, yeah. Anybody from the public?
I have a question.
Oh, okay, Joe, sorry.
I'm sorry. Do you know what the groundwater management zone is?
We have to look it up.
Okay, the second question is, have you got approval from the health department? for the sewage treatment.
It's pending. The health department likes to vote last or close to it. You know, they wait for a secret determination from the local municipality before they actually issue their vote. You know, it's not a high demand site for sanitary. You know, it's industrial, a lot of storage, little office. It's not like a housing site where the demand would be high.
Doesn't really matter to the health department.
Nothing really matters to the health department. But they insist on getting the local determination before they vote. I've tried to disagree with them on that issue, but, you know.
The application's been there, they've
Yeah,
reviewed it.
it's in. It's being processed.
Okay.
Anything else, gentlemen? Anybody from the audience?
I believe it's in groundwater management zone 3, and it's a hobby aircraft club, small planes, not
Right.
aircraft.
Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
Anybody else from the audience have anything? Heather?
No one on Zoom.
No Zoom. Okay, gentlemen?
I move that we close the public hearing for JPD Calverton.
Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro? Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion
Thank you very
carries.
much. Have a great night.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Okay, we have no discussion items tonight, so we're going to go right into public comments on any resolution. No comments?
I'll move resolution 2026-034 for Malice Property Minor Subdivision to grant 2 90-day extensions of the minor subdivision. So moved.
Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro? Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion carries.
Okay, I'll move resolution number 35, which grants final site approval for the site plan for the application of 305 West Main Street, Riverhead.
Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro? Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion carries. Okay, at this time, we'll take public comment on any issue. Nobody? Okay.
I'll move the minutes on, for May 7th, 2026.
Second.
Moved in second, Mr. Zilnicki?
Yes.
Mr. Hogan?
Yes.
Mr. Nenaro?
Aye.
Mr. Bear?
Yes.
And I vote aye, the motion carries. No seeker actions tonight? Okay. Any other business or correspondence?
The 2 correspondences, one is on the agenda, the other one is online. So we
Okay.
had Claudette Bianco and Robert Gass, but that was all circulated to you guys and it's posted in the agenda packet.
Yep. Okay. Very good, thank you. Okay, the next meeting date is Thursday, June 18th at 3 p.m. We hope you all come back.
Motion to close?
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, all opposed? Have a great night, everybody.